All right, Shalom, call Halal Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. And as always, we want to give peace and salutation to the elect, the house of David, as well as the rest of the men, women, and children whom the Lord will have mercy on. All right, when he sends his only begotten Son, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, to deliver us from the hands of our enemies. All right, and ultimately bless us with the blessings, all right, that were written and promised, all right, to us from the foundation of the earth. All right, and as you can see, the title of this video is that the Word was made flesh, and ultimately that Word that the scripture is speaking of is Hamashiach Yahushua, which is the pure intelligence, the pure wisdom of the Most High Yahweh. All right, he spoke. All right, and all of these things that you see before you, the galaxies, all right, the ecosystem, nature, the natural order of everything that is, all right, is done through his word. All right, he is the Alpha and the Omega. That's why the scriptures say, "It is written of me to do thy will. Lo, I come," in the volume of the book. All right, he is the Most High's word. All right, and that word ultimately became flesh. So we're going to start off in John 1 and 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with power, and the Word was power. All right. So let's go ahead and break this down, and so we can get an understanding of what this means. In the beginning, all right. Now the Most High Himself, His years cannot be searched out. All right, but Yahweh Shai has a beginning. All right, He was spoken into existence by the Most High. He is the Most High's wisdom. He is the Most High's intelligence. He is the Most High's order. Okay, He is He is the fulfillment of everything the Most High wants done. All right, on the earth. When you look at plants, when you look at stars, when you look at air, all of these things were done through His word. All right. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and look up this word for word, and in the Greek, it's logos. Okay, it's logos, and that word means a speech, a word uttered by a living voice. All right, embodies a conception. All right, or idea. All right, and you can see the Most High's idea, and you can see His intelligence through His word. We know that He is through His word. All right. What someone has said, a word, sayings of the Most High, decree, His decree, all right, is given through what? His word. Okay. Mandate or order. And also the men under Yahweh Shai, the Alahayim, okay, the true judges that the Most High have set up from the foundation of the earth, they are His word as well. They speak, okay, what the Most High wants to be spoken in the planet Earth. Okay. So in the beginning was the word, okay, the spoken word, okay. The Most High put His thought, okay, and spoke all of these things into existence, man. That right there shows you the power of thought, okay, and that power is coming unto us, brothers, okay. However it manifests itself, okay. It says, "And the words was with God." Now, when you look up this word, okay, it's theos, okay, a god or goddesses, a general name of deities or divinities, the Godhead. All right, when it goes into the Trinity and all of that, it says God's representative or vice regent. Okay, God's representative. All right, or vice regent. Okay, and what is a vice regent? Someone who speaks, all right, on the behalf of the leader or the ruler, okay, of magistrates and judges. Now, when you read Genesis, the first chapter, what does it say? Genesis 1 and 1, in the beginning, all right, God created the heaven and the earth. Now, of course, it was the Most High God who created it, but how did He create it? When you read, all right, this word, all right, it's Alahayim, okay? So this is plural, okay? So this is Yahweh Shai and the Holy Host, all right, putting all of what we see into existence, man. Okay, it says plural: rulers, judges, divine ones, angels, gods. Okay, godlike. Okay, works or special possessions of the Most High. These are the first fruits, and Yahweh Shai is the head of the first fruits. He is the first fruit. Okay, all right, among many brethren. Okay, in proof, okay, that it wasn't just the Most High. I mean, of course, it was through His order, through His intellect. He's the supreme intellect. All right, but He has an order in how He does things. When you jump to verse 26, it says, "In the Alahayim," it's the same word. In the Alahayim, people say Elohim. It's Alahayim. If it and that's where the Muslims call Allah. That word just means power. That's a Hebrew word for power. Okay, but this is plural. Alahayim. Yum makes it plural. Okay, so the Alahayim said, let us make man in our image. So it wasn't just, all right, the Most High God. He has an order in how He does things, just like you will when you become a king. You will issue out judgment. Okay. So going back to John 1:1, it says, in the beginning was the Word. Okay, and that Word was Yahweh Shai. Okay, let's get a quick scripture. This is 2nd Esdras 16:55. Behold, the Lord knoweth all the works of men, their imaginations, their thoughts, and their hearts, their minds. Okay, which spake but the word, let the earth be made, and it was made. Let the heaven be made, and it was created. In His word were the stars made, and He knoweth the number of them. Okay, so His word created all of these things, man. And that's when you read Proverbs, the 8th chapter. Okay, in the 22nd verse, it says, the Lord possessed me in the beginning of His way. Before the works of old, I was set up from everlasting, from beginning or ever earth was. Okay, He is the Alpha and the Omega. Okay, and when you can keep reading down, it says, verse 27, when He prepared the heavens, I was there. When He set a compass on the face of the depth, when He established the clouds above, when He strengthened the mountains of deep. All right, when He gave the sea His decree. All right, all things are ordered. All right, through His word. Okay, we know that He is through His word. Okay, that the waters should not pass His commandment. When He appointed the foundations of the earth, then I was by Him as one brought up with Him. Okay, and this is ultimately the Most High's angel. Okay, that angel that we hear about and that we read about in what is that? Exodus, the 23rd chapter. Let's go ahead and get that. Exodus, the 23rd chapter. Okay, who we ought to obey. Exodus 23:20. What did He say? Behold, I send an angel. Okay, I send an angel. All right, His voice, His word is a power within itself, and the word was, all right, power. Okay, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him, and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. So His name is in Him. Okay, and He is He has charge over pardoning our transgressions, which is proof that He is Malak Tazadak, Melchizedek, the priest that was set up, all right, from the foundation of the earth, man, who have no end of life. Okay, he is how the Most High issues out His judgment. Okay, that is the word. Okay, what does Colossians say? Colossians 1:17. He is before all things, and by Him all things consist. He is the head of the body. Okay, the head of the body. We are the body. The elect is the body, but He's the head of that body. The church, who is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, and that in all things He might have preeminence. Okay, so there you go. And when you read here, it tells you He is the image all right, of the Most High, the firstborn of every creature. For by him were all things created that are in heaven, that are in earth, that are visible and invisible, all right, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, all things were created by him and for him. So this power that we read about, this word that we read about, okay, the wisdom of the Most High, okay, came down in the flesh, man, so that he can suffer in like manner just as us, man. He was a slave in the Roman Empire. Okay, so he knows exactly what we're going through, man. Okay, and he was tempted in all ways, and he was perfect, man. And he came down to be that perfect sacrifice, man. And through him resurrecting, he conquered and overcame death, man. And he's back on the right hand side of the Father, okay, and back in his glory. And we seek to get back in our glory, all right, as it was from the beginning, being the true divine judges and rulers of the creation. And that's what we're fighting for. It says, Sirach 24:1, wisdom shall praise herself and shall glory in the midst of her people. Okay, wisdom is all things, man. So wisdom, okay, is the word. So the word is the Most High's wisdom. Okay, verse 2, in the congregation of the Most High, all right, shall she open her mouth, because she nourishes you. Okay, it's likened unto a woman, because a woman, alma mater, all right, means what? The nourishing mother. Okay, this is our alma mater, man. The wisdom of this book, the wisdom of the Most High, which is his word. Okay, and triumph before his power. I came out of the mouth of the Most High and covered the earth as a cloud. So I came out of the mouth of the Most High, man. Okay, and when you read this, it's clearly this is speaking of Yahushua, man. Okay, the same thing we just read in Proverbs the 8th chapter, man. Okay, and that wisdom only dwells in Jacob. When you read here, all right, in verse 8. As a matter of fact, I'll go here in verse 8. It says, so the creator of all things gave me a commandment, and he that made me caused my tabernacle to rest. And he said, let thy dwelling be in Jacob, and thine inheritance in Israel. Okay, so we are the chosen people, man, and that we were chosen from the foundation of the earth. Okay, he said, he created me from the beginning of the world, and I shall never fail. Okay, in the holy tabernacle I served before him, so I was established in Zion. Okay, and when you look at Exodus, when Moses was setting up the Ark of the Covenant and the altar and all of those things, it was made after how it was made after what the priesthood looked like in the heavens, man. Okay, so Yahushai, Malak Tazadak, the King of righteousness, all right, King of Salem, Prince of righteousness, Prince of Peace, the one that is spoken about in Isaiah, the 9th chapter. As a matter of fact, real quick, let's get that before we get into this lesson, because I want to just show you how that power came down in flesh, man. And that's heavy, man. Now, just as he's that the first fruit, we are those first fruits that we read about, those Alahayim, man. All right, that ultimately we're down in the flesh now. So just as we are here in the flesh catching this hell, all right, looking at a wicked world, Yahushua had to do the same thing, man. All right, and he was perfect in doing such, man. This is Isaiah 9, okay, in 6. It says, unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be on his shoulder. He's the priest, man. Okay. And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God. Okay, and people get all bugged out because Yahushua is called God. Now, doesn't it say in your own book that you are gods? It says that ye are gods, but you shall die like men. So you people are all bugged out, man. Well, who's Michael the Archangel? Isn't he a god? He's a power. Okay, he's a judge. You have no idea of how the spirit world works, man. This is why you choke at these things. The everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace, okay, King of Salem, okay, Jerusalem, Yerah Shalom, all right, Yerah Shalom, Jerusalem, man, okay. Oh man, that's beautiful, man. The increase of his government, and to peace there should be no end, and upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. The Lord sent a word into Jacob, and it had lightened upon Israel. So that word was sent unto Jacob, man, and he's supping with us, okay? He's supping with us. When he was on the planet Earth, walking as the Messiah, who did he sup with? He supped with Israelites. That word was sent unto Jacob, man. Okay, so that when you read in John, all right, I'll just jump down to the point because it says in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word was a power. Okay, when you jump down to verse 14, it says, "And the Word was made flesh." All right, so that power that we read about that was there from the foundation of the earth, all right, came down in the flesh and dwelled amongst us, man. All right, and he came as a sacrificial lamb. Now he came before, all right, Adam, okay, Isaac, Solomon, okay, Yahushua, man, the only begotten of the Most High. And when he came, all right, on the planet Earth, out of him came both righteous and wicked seed lines that will be the major players in the Most High story, man. Okay. When he came as Adam, he gave us Jacob and Esau. Okay. He established the priesthood on the earth, the righteous ways, because the scriptures say the law was given unto Adam. Okay. As Isaac, he gave us Jacob and Esau. Okay. And blessed Jacob and Esau according to things that are happening right now in this very day. All right, the Esau gaining the world by the sword. That's a major part of history. That's a major part of everything that we're going through. All right, us getting the kingdom of heaven. You know, the blessing being passed down. So Yahushua is all over this book, man. He's a very, very important, all right, figure. As Solomon, he gave us 40 years of peace, which was a figure. All right, and he sat on his dad's throne, David, which is a figure of what's to come. You see? But anyway, that word was made flesh and dwelt amongst us. Okay? And we beheld his glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. All right? And what did the Most High Yahweh say? This is my beloved. This is my beloved son. Okay. Matthew, all right, 3:17, it says, when Yahushua was baptized, right, just like Zadok anointed Solomon, all right, with the oil that was only supposed to be anointing the priest of Aaron, all right, Yahushua was baptized by John the Baptist, okay? It says in Yahushua, when he was baptized, Matthew 3:16, went up straightway out of the water, and lo, the heavens were open, and he saw the Spirit of God ascending like a dove, lighting upon him, and a voice from heaven saying, "This is my beloved Son, all right, in whom I am well pleased." All right, the same thing he said here, all right, in Exodus 23, "Hear ye him," man. Okay. As a matter of fact, let me get that real quick. All right, hear ye him. All right, Matthew 17:5. Okay. While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and a voice, all right, behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him." This is my word. All right, hear ye him. Okay. So, going to Hebrews, because we know that word was made flesh, okay? Which that's big, man. Okay, that he's the ultimate friend, man. He's the ultimate brother. Okay? Hebrews 2, all right. And let's see here. Hebrews 2:9, but we see Yahushua, who was made a little lower than the angels for the suffering of death, crowned with glory and honor, that he, all right, that he by the grace of God should taste of death for every man. Now, is this every man speaking of everybody? No, let's prove that. Let's get Hebrews the 8th chapter. Okay. Hebrews the 8th chapter. Let's show you who that all is. This is Hebrews 8 and 10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days. He's speaking about the house of Israel, right? Saith the Lord, I will put my laws into their mind and write them into their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they shall be unto me a people. And he shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for all shall know me. All. It said, all shall know me. Now, is this all speaking of everybody? No. The all that it's talking about clearly is the house of Israel, man. So he didn't taste of death for everybody. And even in Israel, he didn't taste of that death for everybody. It's only for the elect, man. His ride or die. Now, at the end of the day, all Israel will be saved, man. All right? Because he is merciful. Which there's a doctrine now that, you know, the 2/3 will never come back, but that's another topic for another time. Verse 10, it says, For it became him for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, and bringing many sons to glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through suffering. So he was made perfect through sufferings, man. And we're being made perfect through sufferings, man. Okay, just as he offered himself up as that perfect sacrifice, we are making our bodies a living sacrifice, man. All right, just like he did. Okay, it said, For both he that sanctified and they who are sanctified are all of one. All right, that heavenly host, that heavenly body, that heavenly family, the Alahayim, the true judges, the church. Okay, we're sanctified of him. Okay, but we're all of one. Okay, for which cause he is not ashamed to call them brethren. See that? He said he is not ashamed to call them brethren. Now let's get John the 15th chapter real quick. Okay, when he told the elect, all right, that they were his brethren, man, the disciples. Okay, this is John, all right, I start at 15 and 13. Greater love have no man than this, that he laid down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. There's stipulations, man. This ain't no unconditional love. There's stipulations. There's a particular spirit you would be in. If you are his friend, it says, Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. And what did he say in John the 17th chapter? I have manifested your name to them. And this is how in the latter days we are being supped with, and the name has returned unto us. We have gotten the name, man. Okay, we got the understanding of all things as he said he would. He said the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, shall bring you into remembrance. That is him. Okay, so that's how we have the word. Okay, the new song. and that word is in us, and ultimately that's what makes us all one with Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, man. And he's bringing us back, all right, to the glory that we had from the beginning. Okay, what he did was big, because under the Levitical priesthood, those sacrifices were not perfect, man. Okay, you after that sacrifice, you would sin the next day. Okay, so he laid down himself as the perfect sacrifice, all right. Then he rose from the dead and conquered death, man. And he's back on the right-hand side, all right, with the Most High, man. Okay? Which is beautiful. But that word was made flesh. He came down and went through the same thing that we're going. He knows exactly how we feel, man. That's the ultimate friend. He laid down his life, okay, for us, man. And that's the mentality we are to take, man. Okay? So all things that I have heard of my Father, that's 100%, man. That ain't 50%. You got people who get mad at 100% truth. Well, he said, all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you, man. That is the ultimate friend, man. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, and that whatsoever ye ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you. So then he goes on, and that's a beautiful chapter. Okay, if you have never read that, read that. Or if you ain't read it in a while, read it again. All right. But this is Hebrews 2:11. For both he that sanctified and they who are sanctified are all of one. For which cause he is not ashamed to call them brethren, saying, I will declare my name, or thy name, all right, talking to the Most High, all right, I will declare thy name to my brethren, which that was written in the Psalms. In the midst of the church will I sing praise unto thee. You see that? And this is the church, that body of men, okay? And then you have the believers. This is verse 13. And again, I will put my trust in him. And again, behold, in the children which God hath given me. Okay? Now, that precept is in Psalms as well, man. And I want to read that. I believe it's in Psalms. I know it's in Psalm. Yep. Psalms. Let's see. Or is it in Isaiah? Let's see here. Yep. Isaiah 8:18. Hold up. Because all Yahushua did was read out of the scriptures, man. Isaiah 8:17. I will wait upon the Lord that hideth his face from the house of Jacob. I will look for him. All right. Behold, I and the children whom the Lord hath given me are for signs and for wonders in Israel from the Lord of hosts, which dwelleth in Zion. So we are a sign and a wonder to you people, man, that the end is near. Okay? What does it say in verse 16? Bind up my testimony, seal the law among my disciples, man. And the testimony is now, all right, being spoken. All right? But when you read verse 18, it says, behold, I and the children, that's that holy host. That's that holy family, man. All right? And he came down in the flesh, all right, to overcome death, all right, and to be that perfect sacrifice that the sacrifices under the priesthood of Aaron couldn't bring us life like the sacrifice he gave is giving us life, man. Behold, I and the children whom the Lord have given me are for signs and wonders in Israel from the Lord of hosts, which dwelleth in Mount Zion, man. Okay? So who's that? Who's that talking about, man? Who and what children? All right. I'll start at 12 again. Hebrews 2:12, saying, I will declare thy name unto my brethren. In the midst of the church will I sing praise unto thee. And again, I will put my trust in him. And again, behold, I and the children which God have given me. That's the church, all right, with he being the head of that. Okay, King David, all right, under him, and he's going to sit on the throne of David. For as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also likewise took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that have power over death, that is the devil. So listen to that. He, all right, what did it say? For as much then as the children, okay, the same that he said are for signs and wonders are partakers of the flesh, okay, just as we are in this flesh catching hell, all right, in slavery, all right, he himself came in the flesh and went through the same thing, man. All right. For as much then as the children are partakers of the flesh, the church, in blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that have power over death, that is the devil, and deliver them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. And that's us, man. Okay, ever since we've came down from the heavens, all right, and after the sin, after the similitude of Adam, we've all caught hell, man. We've been imperfect, man. We have not had our heavenly forms back, man. Okay, but we're getting that back. It's coming back, man. All right. It says, "For he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham, and Yahushua was made perfect according to the law." Okay, Yahushua was made perfect according to the law, man. Okay, which is proof that there's no virgin birth, because when you read how a male child has to come according to the law, all right. Matter of fact, Galatians 4. And I just put together some scriptures and, just, speaking through the Spirit. Galatians 4:4. But when the fullness of time was come, God sent forth his Son, made of a woman, made under the law. Now, was the Messiah made perfect according to the law? Absolutely. Everything about his birth, everything about his death was all according to the law. He was a fulfillment of the law. Okay, he, all right, was that perfect sacrifice, man. That unblemished lamb. Okay, the scapegoat. He is that for us. He fulfilled everything that the law, all right, requires, man. And when you look at Leviticus, the 12th chapter, he would have to be perfect according to this. Leviticus 12:2, speaking to the children of Israel, saying, if a woman, all right, have conceived seed and born a man child, then she shall be unclean 7 days according to the separation of her infirmity, which Mary did go through this. Okay, she shall be unclean, and in the 8th day, the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised. Yahushua did this. All right, and she shall continue in the blood of her purifying 33 days. And she shall touch no hallowed thing, nor come into the sanctuary. And she went through the days of her separation. Why? Because she conceived the seed of a man, which is proof that Yahushua was perfect according to the law. If he didn't come through the seed of man, he wouldn't be perfect according to the law. Okay? He's that son, all right, all right, that was spoken of throughout all the scriptures, man, which the priesthood will lay on his shoulders, man. He will come out of the line of Judah, not out of the line of Levi, man. Okay? Hebrews 2:16, for verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham. Wherefore, in all things, all right, he came through the seed of Abraham, all right. He was Isaac, all right, and Jacob, and Judah was one of the sons of Jacob, man. It says, wherefore in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren, that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to the Most High, to make reconciliation for the sins of the people. So this is proof that he is Malach Tazadak. He is Melchizedek. He is that angel who in the wilderness the Lord said, beware of him, in verse Exodus 23:21, beware of him and obey his voice, provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions. Okay, so this is the angel, this is Melchizedek that Abraham paid tithes to, man. Okay, this is our high priest, man. Okay, proof. It says, for in that he himself had suffered being tempted, he is able to succor them that are tempted. So he went through the same thing that we're going through, man. All right, for the purpose of bringing us to perfection, man. All right, that's a big deal, man. All right. Hebrews 4:15, for we have not a high priest which cannot be touched with the feelings of our infirmities. He went through it, man. He knows exactly what we're going through. He was tempted in all of these different ways, just as we are tempted, man. All right, but see, that's the role model, man. That's who you want to be like. That's who you want on your team. You want this man on your team, man. For we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities. All right, with this proof that Yahushua is Melchizedek, man. And who was Melchizedek? The priest of who? The Most High God, man. So you guys are cut, man. Shut up. But in all points, all right, tempted like we, all right, are, yet without sin. So he was tempted just as we are, yet without sin, man. He was the unblemished lamb. All right. Let us therefore come boldly to the throne of grace that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. And we need help. Okay? We need help, man. If he doesn't, all right, if we're not forgiven, then we ultimately will be judged according to the law. The only ones who are going to be covered and the only ones who that blood was sprinkled over for is for the elect, man. Straight up, point blank, period, man. Let's see here. This is Romans 8:3. For what the law could not do, and that it was weak through the flesh, God sending his own son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin condemned sin in the flesh. He condemned sin. It had no power over him. It did not get the victory over him. He even rose from the dead, man. All right? So he condemned sin in the flesh, man. And we're overcoming death, man. All right? Got that one already. Let's get a few more. All right? That word, that power was made flesh, man. He came down in the flesh, man. And when he came, he wasn't on a high. I mean, he could have he could have ultimately been proud, but he was lowly, man. And that's how we have to be, man. Let's see here. Philippians 2:5. Let this mind be in you, which is also in Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, who being in the form of God, thought it not robbery to be equal with God. Because he's one with the Most High. He is the Most High's word. Okay, and we are under him, all right, tied to the Most High, man. He is our high priest who reconciles us to the Father, man. All right? But he himself, he made himself of no reputation and took on the form of a servant and was made in the likeness of men. The power that created everything, man, came on the planet Earth, man. All right, and took a humble role, man. Why? How can? I mean, what do we have to be proud about, man? That man came onto the scene from the heavens, man, and was humble, man, and knew who he was, man. He made himself of no reputation and took, all right, upon him the form of a servant and was made in the likeness of men. So we have no reason to be proud, man. Okay? Now, ultimately, hopefully we're of those Alahayim as well, man. All right? We have to have the same mind as Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? Because this whole church, man, once we get glorified back like we were from the beginning, this whole world is going to be beautified, man. And that's what we're fighting for, man. And being found and fashioned as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient to death, even the death of the cross. And that's what we're doing spiritually, man. Wherefore the Most High have highly exalted him and given him a name which is above every name. And as he said in Exodus, all right, 23, I keep going back to that. All right, he says, for my name is in him. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. So he was always there, man. And he came in the flesh and dwelt with us, man. He even rose from the dead and supped with particular men and women. All right. And just imagine sitting there, man. You see, that power, that entity, that spoken word came down on this earth in the flesh, man. I think that's it, man. That's it, man. So with that, hopefully I'll edify just through the spirit, some scriptures I put together. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rachaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders. Peace and salutation to the elect. Shalom.